Hello sword folk, I'm Jared from Center for Blade Arts, and today we're going to go through the guards from Wachenmeyer's Dussac section. Now we're going to have our feet roughly shoulder width apart so that we've got a little lateral stability, and not too far apart front to back so that I've got room to do a lunge. Now the first I'll mention is the long point, and this is basically the guard that we're cutting to. It's not really a guard so much as just the position you strike the target in. And you'll notice my weight is forward and I'm leaned more or less like over my knee. My offhand for most of these will sort of sit against my body here to keep it ready, but out of the way. Now, first guard is the watch, and this is to prepare cuts from above. My hilt is directly over my head. The offhand can be supporting. And the weight is slightly forward, prepared for a lunge. The next is the steer, and this is basically ox. My hilt is by my head, protecting my head from a cut from above. And optionally I can have the offhand supporting the blade. And the steer on the left foot is back. And once again the hilt is by the head, point is toward the opponent. The next is wrath. My right foot will be back. My weight is leaning back. My hilt is on my shoulder. And this is preparing for a cut through the wrath line or the mid. And wrath on the left is basically the same. The next is a low guard called the Boar. My hilt is by my hip here, and my weight is slightly back, right foot back. This is preparing a thrust from below. It can also perform low cuts or middle cuts. And its opposite is called the middle guard. And once again preparing, well, this one is any cut really from the left. And then we have the change, which is basically the end of a high cut. So my weight will be slightly forward because I've just finished cutting down. False edge facing my opponent. And then we have basically the equivalent of the Fool in Dussac, which is called Bastion. I can have my long or short edge up, the right foot is back, and it's preparing for a cut from below. For defense, we have a guard called Slice or Straight Parry, which is with the blade about 45 degrees forward. This is used for catching cuts. And our hanging parry is called bow or bogan. My point is about 45 degrees forward and across my body, so it's ready to catch a cut from above and return it. That about covers it. Thanks for joining me today. Have a good one.